Hi everyone, Maggie here. I'm going to try to do this t-shirt. See how long it takes me to do it. Let's see, what time is it? It's a little more than 2:15 on Saturday. So let's give it a go. Let's see how fast I can get this done. I'm not even going to use pins. What I'm doing here is I'm sewing the little sleeves on. They're set-in sleeves. And this is a little Halloween shirt for my grandson. I'm going to do the whole thing on the serger and the cover stitch machine. So, let's see, I've got one sleeve on. I'll do the other one. I think I will probably cut these pieces as I go. Okay. These little things go up nice and quick. Okay. Now, I gotta make sure I have the right side to the sleeve. I've got my notches there. Triple notches, or was it? No, double notches, because this is the back. Okay. And just line everything up. Let's see how quick I can do this. Doing 1/4 inch seam allowances. Oops. It's a little bunchy there. Make sure everything's flat. I'll do my pressing afterwards. Okay. Right sides together. Making sure I match the notches on the way. I'm just shaving a little bit off. plenty roomy. Okay. Let's see. Looks good. I will put the neckband on next. Okay, I had to stop for about 15 minutes. I'm just gonna, I actually had to empty my card. I had no room, so we'll just try to figure it out by the length of the clip. So I'm gonna be doing the collar on the top. I think that's the next thing I'm going to do. So this is the rib knit. I'm actually going to use some pins for this. This doesn't want to fold in half very well. Now you got to get the quarter marks and the half marks here. This is going to be the center back, and center front is going to be here. Okay. Put a little tiny snip here. Alright. Alright. And I want to get my quarter points. Okay. Of course, nothing wants to really behave here because I'm trying to time myself. Nothing wants to behave. Okay. Another quarter marks. One of them, tiny little snip there. Should be able to see that. The other one, the other side. Okay. Get it here. Alright, and we want to get it on the shirt. Same thing, because we don't know if the front and the back are the same. We got my Center here and center here. That's my center front. I've still got the fold. I actually do have notches here, but I'm not going to be lining the notches up. I'm just going to be doing it at a quarter mark. Okay, and I got my center front and my center back together there. And then I can get my quarter mark this way, both sides. There. Okay. Now, I did write on the piece that now I'm confused as to which is my front and which is my back. I'm gonna have to figure that out first. Because I want to put the seam in the back. So let's see. Yeah, this has got to be the, yeah, I've got a little mark here. B, that's the back. Okay, so we want to put this seam in the back. Pin it here. I've got my center back here, which is just where the fold was. And I'm going to try to flip the seam allowances a little bit. I'm using pins just because I prefer to use pins. Okay, so that's the back. And the next place that I need to get is my notch here that I did. A tiny little notch here. Quarter mark. Okay. I'm going to do all my quarter marks first. This is going to be the center front. I'm just using my center front fold. Okay. You can do this on your regular sewing machine if you prefer. I'm just trying to work on my serger skills. And then even sewing the neckline in, which is a little not quite as easy. Okay, I'm going to do the other quarter mark here. I'm trying to do everything with the serger. Doing some of these little projects, I can build some of my skills. Okay, now I can ease this in. Now, I've seen different ways of doing this. Some people like to put the ribbing underneath. And I am putting it, I'm going to be sewing on top of the ribbing. I'm putting what I want to stretch underneath.
Just getting some of these thread tail out of the way. I think this is the most complicated part of this. Okay. Just doing one pin in the middle of the neck between the quarter marks. So I'm not really being picky about the direction of the seams right now. Okay. Just make sure I catch everything I need to. Okay. Right. That looks a little bit tight there. Okay. Okay, so I have my collar all pinned in place. And I'm going to start in the middle of the back, which is where the seam is. Here it is. Okay. Go right around the middle of the back. Leave that pin in because it's not going to be in the way there, I don't think. Alright. Okay, that is out of the way of the knife and everything else. Okay, here we go. And stretching as we go. Make sure everything's lined up. Taking my pins out. You can also use clips. I'm just a little more comfortable with pins because I've used them my whole life. Do have to do some stretching here. Making sure that's flat. Make sure I'm catching all the layers of fabric as I go. Bunched up. This pumpkin fabric is kind of thin and it's easy to get bunched up. Right. around the bend here. See how that turned out quickly. Let's see. I think it looks okay. That's the back. And this is the front. Looks okay all the way around. Okay. We'll go to the next step. Next step is going to be, we'll be doing the pressing at the end of everything. But okay, next step, and I think I will do a few pins here, is these side seams. And then we'll be doing the hemming. Okay, we're doing the side seams now. I might just put 1 or 2 pins in. I do want this to line up under here, under the arm. It doesn't have to be perfect, but just want it to somewhat line up. So I'm going to put a pin there. Okay. Alright, that looks good. Which looks like this. There, one's a little bit longer than the other. Okay. No, I guess that's fine. Okay. Might not even need a pin on the, there are notches here too that I can line up as I go. So, okay. Oh, something that I saw recently was how to hide your thread tails, which I'm going to take a couple of stitches here, and then I'm going to try this. You pull it forward and sew over it, and then that neatens it up. You don't have to deal with it. Okay, I got my notches there. Sometimes these curves are kind of hard to get around. As close as I can to the pin. Okay. I might do some top stitching around the collar. This is turning out. That looks pretty good. Okay, line up my bottom pieces here. Pretty good. See how that underarm did. It's not too bad. Not too bad. Okay. Alright. Well, I did try that trick. It didn't really work. I'm going to have to trim this. Okay. Now I'm going to do the other side. To trim these little pieces off. They're going to be sewn up anyway. I think I'm going to start from the bottom here. Because my work needs to be on certain side of the machine. Put my pin in here, more though. Just want more things to match up. Okay. It's better if this matches up for hemming purposes, otherwise I have to trim it. Have the whole thing put together except for the sleeves. I mean, except for the hems. Hemming the sleeves and hemming the bottom of the shirt. And then if I decide to do some around the neckline, I may do a little bit of top stitching. I'll be turning this right side in pretty soon. And I'm going to add up all the time and see how long it took to do. I am a little rusty. Shirt that my grandson can wear for Thanksgiving, for Halloween. Jammy shirt. Okay. Whew. All right. Another seam done. Let me see how turned out. Underarm. Okay, well, I'm not being a perfectionist. It's about 1/8 of an inch off. Okay, so let's see. As we're trying to be quick, is what we're trying to be. So this is what this looks like at this point, which is cute. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to do the hem and the sleeves. I'm going to be cover stitching them. I think I'll probably start with the hem. I am going to pin it up first. I'm going to pin it up about 3/4 of an inch, and then I'm going to be stitching about maybe 1/4 of an inch from the bottom of the shirt, and then I'll be trimming it. So I'm going to take the time to put some pins in because this is going to be underneath, and I'm going to have to take the pins out. So it's going to be better for me to pin on this side. I want my 3 stitching lines to be on the front. If I did it the other way, it would be a little different. So I can just kind of measure it on my thumb, the hem. I'm going to kind of do it up to that mark on my thumb.
Okay, so I'm going to do the hem to the bottom of the shirt. I hope I have this. I just had to rethread. I'm starting on the back of the shirt near the side seam, like at an inconspicuous spot. And I have some pins in here, so let's see how it goes. Let's see. Stitching. Whoops. One of these threads is getting like tangled up in here. I think I'm going to trim it. There. Just came forward. And I'm probably going to have to pick it out. Let's see how that looks. Good, good. Okay. Going good. Always exciting to learn something new. I started with doing this because I think the sleeves are going to be a little more challenging because they're smaller. Now I'm going to be going through this side seam soon, so let's see how it handles that. I'm going to give it a little tug. Oh, no problem. No problem. No problem. Just making sure everything's flat. It's a little bit different than a serger, of course, because it's not cutting off that edge. This is going to give me a nice hem. I'm sure. And what I still am having trouble with this particular fabric is getting it out of the machine. So I'm going to go a few stitches over where I started, because it is kind of like in an inconspicuous spot, in case I have to tie it off. Now, I've got my needles in the highest position. Okay. And I lift that all the way up. Now, I have to try to release here. This I have not been able to master this with this fabric for some reason. It just doesn't want to come out here. That is one of the problems I'm having. I had to rethread it. It looks like actually the sewing job is fine. This is how it looks on this side, and I'm going to be trimming right up to that. But yeah, I like the hem. It's a nice hem. But I'm going to be struggling with this a little bit to get it out of the machine, so I'm going to shut this off. Just want to show you how the hem turned out. I'm really pretty happy with it. I haven't trimmed it yet. But yeah, and I did finally get it to pull out, and I have to trim these threads. I overlapped it just a couple of stitches. So, this is the neckline, And like I said, I may be doing a little overstitching here. I haven't decided yet, and I have to press it. I haven't pressed it yet. So just got to do the sleeves. Okay, so I'm starting at the back of the sleeve here. It's a little bit smaller area. I'm starting near the under the seam at the inside the arm, at the back of the shirt where it will be noticeable. Hopefully I have all my threads. I think I do. Okay, so far so good. Just keep it consistent. This is my starting point right here. I'm just going to go over it a little bit, try to get the stitches close to each other. Okay, I'll try this again. This is where I tend to... Oh, it's working! Yay! It worked that time! So I got to get the top 3 here. This is still a skill that I'm learning here. Okay, so these kind of slide. That's interesting. Okay. Alright, so cut the top 3. Okay, now supposedly that... Okay. Let me get the bottom. Okay. Alright, I'm still pulling threads out underneath, so I'm doing something wrong. But anyway, the result here, still good. Still a nice result. So, yep, pretty happy with that. Okay, we'll try this from a little different angle. I'm sewing the hem on the sleeve. Okay. And I got my presser foot down. And we'll just go for it. I'm starting in the back near the seam. Take my pins out as I go. Just trying to keep this consistent. It's a little different angle for me. Say this machine is a game changer. Oops, I have a pin in the wrong direction here.
Here's my starting point right here. It's going over the seams fine. So just try to do a few stitches over that point. There. Starting point. And now we're going to see if we can get our threads out. Thread release. Yay! Right! It worked! Okay. Cut my top threads first. Okay, and then I can just kind of pull them out. And then I can get the bottom threads. Okay. Alright. And I end up with 4 threads, which is good. Alright, and let's see, how did this turn out? Good. Good, and I've got to find my special scissors, embroidery scissors, so that I can do some trimming. Okay, I'm going to do my trimming now. I was actually looking, I have some goose head scissors, which I could not find. I just found my regular embroidery scissors. My goose head scissors are IMA, I guess. So the next thing is just trimming this. I'm not sure what the best scissors. I may just use my regular dressmaking scissors. You want to be really careful that you don't cut the fabric. So you kind of have to be careful about it. So let's see. I'm not sure which. These are really sharp scissors. I wonder if these would be easier to get in there. And cut it really carefully here. Because I don't want to cut the shirt itself. I just want to cut next to this stitching line here. Like that. So let's do that carefully. I got my finger underneath there, making sure I just have this. And getting close to the stitching is good too. Yeah, I think I'll just use these, yeah. Okay. Once I get a roll with this. And I've got my finger right underneath here. So you got the idea anyway, and that's the way it's going to look underneath, and that's the top. I'm going to have to sit real close to this, so let's see. Maybe these are better than the gooseneck scissors.
the completed shirt, except for some pressing. I do need to press the neckband a little bit so it'll lie flatter. It's interesting how the little pumpkins lined up or didn't line up. And let's see, these are the hems that I did on the cover stitch machine. For the sleeves, each of the sleeves, and also the bottom band, and I trimmed it. So that's it. I think it's gonna hold up well, and I think my grandson will love it. Okay, have a good night.